Yes, let's talk about the weaponized incompetence because literally every time that I was pregnant by this last particular individual who's an ex, narcissist ex, when I had our son, before I had our son, I had a miscarriage. And the day that I fell in the uh, comedy club that he took me to, he just began laughing with the other two women who were there. And yeah, that should have been my first red flag sign. Um, but then when we had our son, he was sitting there the entire time on his phone, scrolling the internet, dating sites, all that type of stuff while I was getting ready to give birth to the baby. Then I give birth to our son and I'm shivering, shaking like profusely. And I asked him multiple times, which I never should have had to ask anyone who actually cared about you or the unborn, or the newly born rather, because he was newly born at that time, to bring me blankets, to help me get warm. Nothing. He just stood there. And it wasn't until I became enraged that he began trying to pretend that he was asking for help. So you have to be very, very careful when you have babies with these boy men, because that's the type of stuff that they do. Or right after you have the baby, they run and leave you. You're there by yourself. You're still healing, needing help to get to and from, not supposed to be climbing stairs, things like that. And it doesn't have to just be the person that you had the baby with. Other people that know that you just had a baby, like my daughter that I just had, um, where I was living at, they was quote unquote trying to help me. I still had to go up the stairs back and forth because she didn't want to allow my kids to let me have food and drinks in upstairs, which I should have been able to do so I didn't have to continuously go up and down the stairs. So just be careful the types of demons that you have around you, because when you're doing something so precious and so spiritual as bringing in life, they will try to sabotage that even then and just create a hellish experience for you and those babies. So be careful. Like I said earlier, you could be laying next to Diddy's, sitting next to Diddy's. They're in your family. This particular Diddy that I'm speaking about was a whole library instructor, raping children there, just doing crazy stuff. So y'all be careful. Be extra, super careful, women. At this point, like one of my creative friends on here says, I would behoove you not to even be trying to have babies with a guy. Seriously. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. There are women who have had 4 or 5 kids with males, and it's not till 23 years later they find out he's got 8 or 9 kids with other people, 4 or 5 different families. He's constantly weaponizing incompetence every day. So, yeah.